Okay, hello. This is my friend's MG MGB that we're working on, and we're trying to diagnose an ignition system problem. Basically, the car runs perfectly well, and then once it's warmed up, the ignition system turns off. We tested everything there, including actually rewiring the car, and we've isolated the problem to the Pertronix distributor that is malfunctioning. So now this has been sitting on my workbench overnight, so it's cooled down, and I have a little bench test set up here. So the first part is we'll show our testing here and show what it's like when this is all working properly. And then we'll cut to the video we shot yesterday when we had this out for a test drive, not even particularly hot, about a 10-minute drive around the village before the car shut off. And we pulled the distributor out and then hot off the engine on the workbench. We did the same test that we're going to do here now and show what it's like when the distributor is malfunctioning. Okay, this is bench testing the distributor that is currently working, and this is our setup. So we have a multimeter set to 20 volts. The positive probe of the multimeter is connected to a 12-volt battery's positive terminal. The negative terminal of the battery is connected to the distributor body, which is what grounds it. The negative probe of the distributor of the multimeter is connected to the black wire of the Pertronix distributor, and the red wire which powers the Pertronix is connected to the battery positive terminal. So when it's working properly, this being a 4-cylinder engine, you're going to see this go through 12 volts 4 times as it simulates the operation of a contact point. So this dot marks top dead center for cylinder number 1, and the contact point would be closed, so you're reading 12.21 volts. MGB distributor rotates counterclockwise, so as this turns, it falls off, so 0.2 volts, and then you fire the next cylinder number 3, and then it drops off, and then you fire 4, and then it drops off, and then you fire 2, and it drops off, and back to 1. So that's the distributor working properly, and this is the bench test setup that we did to verify that. Okay, this is video bench testing Pertronix distributor. I have a multimeter hooked up to battery positive, and I have ground from the battery connected to distributor housing, and I have 12 volts power to the Pertronix power wire. So what we should see is this cycling 12 volts as we rotate the distributor, and it completes ground via the black wire. If I touch multimeter to the housing, I'm seeing my 12.26, and I'm gonna put now the probe into, we're gonna put the probe into the Pertronix wire, and it's showing 0.34 volts, and as I rotate this rotor, it should cycle between 0 and 12 as the rotor passes the firing position. So 0.36, flash 10 for a second. This is just pulled out of the MGB that stopped running. 1, there should be a 12 somewhere here. Actually, this is cylinder 1 top dead center, so it should hit 12 when it's in this range, but it's only getting 1 volt. 0.6, 0.7, 0.8. That's the probe inserted. 0.9. But if I take this out and I touch it to ground, we get the 12 volts. So this Pertronix is defective.